Hi everyone, I hope you are solving regular puzzles at your home. So let's start today's first puzzle. Here you are playing with white pieces. First of all, observe the board and try to find out the solution here. Your queen is hanging, so be careful here in this position. Even your king is in danger. If you give him any tempo, if you lose any tempo here, then your opponent can create some dangerous threat here. Your king is exposed here. Just go with the usual one. First, look at the checks here. We have one check here, but it doesn't make any sense. Okay, we have one check here with sacrifice. Can we sacrifice our rook here? Visualize properly. Okay, if we sacrifice our rook here, then king takes f. Then king takes f7. Queen c7 check. Nothing to do. It is checkmate pattern here. So queen here and then queen takes d7. It is checkmate. But wait. So after capturing this pawn, king cannot capture this one. As all of you know, it is checkmate. So rook takes f7. Then king h6 here. Then what will be happen? Can you go for sacrifice again? Because you don't have enough time to save your king side here. Okay. Then we can give one more check by capturing this one. King takes h7. Again queen c7 check. Then king h6. Rook h8 check. King g5. Queen h4. Queen f5. Then rook f8 check. Okay, let's see. Check, correct move. Okay, now we can go for sacrifice here. Check, capturing. Queen c7 check. Nothing to do. Check. Then it is done here. Your opponent cannot play this one here. Your opponent cannot play this one here, as it is checkmate. Here, h4, king f5, and then queen f7 check. Let's see again. In this position, your opponent cannot capture this one. Checkmate. So capture, done. Okay, we are going for the next one, everybody. Yeah, this one is very easy. Just observe the board. It is really easy puzzle here. Go for check here. After this check, your opponent cannot go to any one of the square. And then it is checkmate. It is checkmate in one move actually. Let's see. Check and mate. This one is very easy actually. Next one. Okay. There are no checks here. What about capturing here? If you capture the queen, then rook takes queen here. Rook to g8, rook to g1 check here. Your opponent cannot capture the rook. Then pawn will be promoted. So queen takes queen, rook takes queen, rook g8 for pawn promotion. Then your opponent rook has to come back and then capture the rook. This rook is forced to capture this rook. After that, we can easily win this match. Come to this point for promoting the pawn. Yeah, that is easily winning point. Let's see everybody. Queen takes queen, rook takes queen. Then Rook g8. Okay, your opponent is not trying to save the rook. Then capture the rook free of cost here. Okay, let's have a look here. Queen takes queen, rook takes queen, rook g8 check. Then here. Now you might be thinking that why your opponent is not trying to support the another rook here. Why he is not trying to save the rook here. Then rook takes rook, another rook will take the rook, and we have very nice move, rook g8. After that it is unstoppable pawn promotion. Okay, we are going for next one. Yeah, that one is so nice. In this position we can capture the bishop, but follow the step 1 here. Before capturing the bishop, can we give any check here? Yeah, bishop takes f7, but this check doesn't make any good sense here. Okay, what about queen takes f7? Queen takes f7, then king to h8, and then queen takes h5. Your opponent has only one move to save the checkmate, bishop h7. After that, what can we do here? Visualize again, check, here, check, bishop h7. And then we have very nice move, g6, pawn to g6. Checkmate pattern here. And after that, I don't think your opponent will be able to stop this checkmate. I am not seeing any good solution here. Let's see. Check, check, g6. Okay, your opponent is giving one check here, but it doesn't make any good sense. Yeah, just king to g2. This one doesn't make any sense. Capture this queen. Fine. This is unstoppable checkmate actually here. Okay, let's revise this one, everybody. Check, check, done. After that, nothing to do. Okay, next one. Actually, it is very nice. Let's see the previous move. Yeah, in the previous move, your opponent captured the queen here. Here, you have three options: capture by the king, capture by the knight, or capture by the bishop. But wait for a while here. Your opponent has three minor pieces, and you have four minor pieces. But if you capture by the bishop, then your opponent will capture your knight, and then it is equal. You have three minor pieces. And your opponent has three minor pieces. So we are thinking that capturing by the bishop is not good at all. Okay. What about capturing by the king? Okay, then again your opponent will capture your minor piece. So here, try to go for double attack. What about this knight capturing? If you capture by this knight, then your opponent's bishop is hanging, and this fork is there. Knight fork is there. By the knight fork, you can capture the rook. So it will create very huge problem for your opponent. So I think it will be correct. Let's see. Knight takes d2. Oh, your opponent captured the knight. Then no problem. Capture the bishop. Next one. Let's revise this one. Capturing. In this position, your opponent cannot capture the bishop first. If your opponent capture the bishop here, then we have very nice move. Nc7, check, king to d8, and then capture the bishop. After that, your opponent cannot save the rook. You are gaining 5 points extra here. Therefore, your opponent is forced to capture your knight. So pawn takes knight, and then capture the bishop. And Look at this position. Here you have one minor piece extra, and it is enough to win the match. Next one. You are having check here. So there is, I don't think there is any other best way. Just you have to capture the queen. Without capturing the queen, there is no other good probabilities here. If you capture the queen, your opponent can capture by the knight. But wait, what is the solution here? If your opponent capture by the knight, then your bishop is hanging. Then you can save the bishop here. Okay, here I think you have to go for defensive move here actually, because you are already having material advantage, and now this time you have to consolidate the position here. Let's try with this move. Yes, now save the bishop. No problem. Done. Okay, but this is not that much interesting puzzle here. Next one. Observe the board properly. You have one advanced pawn. Two knights are working very nicely here. Here we can see one check along with knight fork here. What about this one? If you give check here, then you can take the rook here. No. Not only taking the rook. After giving the check here, you can capture this one. It is very nice actually. Look at this one. It is supported by the king and queen. That's why you cannot capture this one for giving checkmate. But if you play the knight e7 move, then only you can capture this one. So when you are playing knight e7, that time you are creating interference. This is called interference. So disconnect your opponent's support. So after doing this one, I think your opponent is hopeless, nothing to do. Even he has to save the rook, check, everything. What can he do? Let's play this one, n e7. Yeah, he is forced to capture the knight. Then capture this one. That's fine. Next. Okay. Your queen is under attack here. So what can you do here? Wow, it is very nice. Try to apply deflecting defender here. Start with check here. Now in this position, look at this everybody. Your opponent has two defenders on the queen. Therefore, you cannot take the queen free of cost. But if you capture this one, check, then you are removing one defender here. After that, your opponent cannot capture by the rook. That is the problem. Then you will gain the queen here, free of cost. So here you are gaining the knight free of cost. Not only knight, after this one, your opponent cannot capture your rook here. Then your opponent has to save the king here. After that, you are getting one more rook here. You are getting the rook here. Let's see. Check. Oh my god, he's capturing. No problem, just capture the queen. Done. Let's see again. Removing defender, then deflecting defender, then capture the queen free of cost. Very nice. Next. Wow, this is rook ending. Observe the board properly. You are playing with black pieces here, and this is not that much difficult rook ending. What about this check? No, this time check is not making any good sense here. If you play this check, then your opponent will attack on your rook, then you are losing your tempo. You can capture this pawn, and you can make one pin also. After this pin, you can exchange the rook, and after that, can you promote this pawn here? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Let's see. It is completely winning. Capture the pawn. Your opponent is going here. Okay, don't try to push this pawn this time. First of all, capture your opponent's more material. Now again, this time don't try to push this pawn. If you push this pawn, then it will be draw match. First of all, you have to stop your opponent's king's way. You will try to stop this pawn here. If your opponent king is able to come in front of the pawn, then it will be draw match. So it is basic ending. Just play this move. Okay, he's trying to come like this. Look at here. No problem. Again, stop his way. Okay, again you are trying to come. No problem. Again I will stop it. Done. After that, it is unstoppable promotion here, everybody. This is very basic ending. You should know this kind of chess endings. These are common endings in chess. Let's go for this one. Okay. Double rook. What can you do here? Okay, you have one passed pawn here. Can you try to create any plan to promote the passed pawn here? And at the same time, your opponent has back rank weakness. Look at this. He has no way for the king. So what about this one? C3. If you play C3, then your opponent... No, I don't think C3 is the first move. Now we have to change the move order here. Change the move order. C3 is in our hand. But before that, we should try to capture his material here now. If you capture the rook here, then rook takes rook. After that, we can play C3. Sometimes we have to change our move order. When you will see that your calculation is not matching, that time you can try by changing your move orders. Okay, after doing this one, if you will play C3 here. So your opponent can play rook C8. Then what? Then completely winning. Just play C2. Your opponent cannot capture this one as it is checkmate. Let's revise again. Let's visualize again. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. C3. Rook C1 or rook F1 he can play. Okay, let him play rook C1 here. Then C2. He cannot capture the pawn as it is checkmate. So he has to create one space for his king by playing any pawn, and then create the pin here. Completely winning. Look at this. It is very nice ending actually. Capture the rook. Then don't waste your time. Push the pawn. Oh, your opponent is removing the back rank weakness here. But don't worry. It is unstoppable promotion here. No way. Done. Yeah, actually it is very nice. So you have to set up this kind of endgame patterns in your mind. So it can help you several times. These are basic ending. So let's revise again, everybody. Very nice. Done. Okay, we are going for the next one. Okay, this is the middle game pattern here. Okay, so observe the board properly and pause the video, try to solve this one. First of all, look at the checks here, everybody. There is no check. Capturing. Okay, before capturing, I want to tell you something here. Can you find out the overloaded piece here? The queen is overloaded here. Look at this. The queen is supporting the knight, and at the same time, the queen is supporting the bishop. Now you have to give overloading punishment. What about this one? N takes d4. After n takes d4, your opponent cannot capture this one. Then he will lose the bishop here. So after n takes d4, your opponent has to capture your bishop. So you captured 3 point, your opponent captured your 3 point, equal. Then again if you capture the bishop, then your opponent will capture the knight, again equal. So you are not gaining any extra points here. Try to understand. Yes, here is the solution. N takes d4, bishop takes g7. Don't worry. This bishop is not going from your hand. Just play one intermediate move here, or in between move you can say. Capture the bishop and check. Opponent is forced to capture the knight and then capture the bishop. You are gaining 3 points extra here. I hope it will be correct here. It is not that much difficult, everybody. Let's see. Capture the knight. Yes, he is capturing the bishop. Then don't try to capture this one. It will be equal. Capture the bishop and check. And capture the bishop. So you are gaining 3 points extra here. Look at this. You have 2 minor pieces and your opponent has only 1 minor piece. So it is completely winning for you. Let's revise again, everybody. This is very nice actually. These are common puzzles but very nice. So here we applied here two tactical sequences here. One is overloading punishment. Another one is deflecting defender, you can say. And then intermediate move also we applied here. Capture. Knight takes b3, check, in between move, pawn takes b3, and then king takes g7. Fine. Next. Oh, again rook ending it is. So you are playing with white pieces here. How to win the match? That's very simple. Just capture this one. And it is pinned. After that you can your opponent has to capture the rook. There is no option. Then capture this one and promote this pawn. Yeah, previously we have solved one puzzle today, like this rook ending. So it is very easy. I don't think it is difficult for all of you. Rook this pawn. Then don't push your pawn. It is good lesson. If you push the pawn, then again it will be draw match. King will be coming here. So first stop your opponent's king to stop the pawn. Then done. Let's revise again. It is very easy actually, everybody. Capture. Nothing. Okay, next one. Okay, it is middle game position, everybody. Pause the video, try to solve this one. Okay, observe the board properly. You are playing with black pieces here. Okay, our queen is hanging here. So can we give any check here? No, there are not checks. Okay, capturing. We have one capturing move here. We can take the pawn free of cost. After that, what is the winning sequence? What is the winning opportunity here? We can doubling the rook, but wait. After capturing this pawn, your opponent can play queen to g2 for creating the discover attack. Then we can play rook g1. Is it completely winning? Yeah, it is very nice attack on this side. But let's see, am I missing something here? But I am not thinking, I am thinking it is not that much strong actually. Whatever combination I found here, it is not that much strong. Pawn takes, okay, let's play this one. I don't know if I am right or wrong. Queen takes h4. Oh, king is coming here. Then what? Okay, your opponent will try to play this move here. But what can we do in this position? Can we go for doubling here? No, then rook is coming. No, this is not working here. I don't think it is working here. Then what? This is the problem here. I'm also stuck in this position. Yeah, we have one move here. Look at this. N-H5. What about this one? So after N-H5, in the next move, if your opponent play this one, then N-F4, checkmate pattern, your opponent has to capture the knight and capture the queen. Okay. But wait, after N-H5, your opponent can capture this one also. Then what? Then you capture the bishop here. If your opponent give you check, then queen g4 check, your knight is coming here. Yeah, I think that is correct. Let's play. I am not sure. Come on. Oh, that is wrong. That is wrong. Oh. Okay, everybody. You are playing with black pieces here. Pause the video, try to solve this one. Yes, that is very easy. Just create one pin here. Look at the pin. Pinning the bishop here. So after this pin, your opponent's bishop is gone. There is no way to save the bishop. So after this rook e8 pin, so your opponent can try to save the bishop by playing this one. Then you have f5. or after rook e8 your opponent can try to save the bishop like this. Then also you have f5. There is no way to save the bishop. So rook e8, f3, no problem, f5, capture this one, done. Yeah, that is very simple actually. See again, nothing is special here. Next, okay, this time actually this puzzle is completely depend on your observation. It is very nice. I will not give you any hint here. Pause the video and try to solve this one yourself. Again I am reminding you, you need proper observation here. Okay, actually this is unstoppable checkmate. There is no way to save the checkmate. Let me show you. Check, bishop h5. After bishop h5 check, your opponent has two options, and takes h5 or pawn g6. So pawn g6 doesn't make any sense, as all of you know. Bishop takes g6 and checkmate. No way to save the checkmate. Okay. After bishop h5 and takes h5, then queen takes h5, check. How can you stop this checkmate? Okay, last hope, g6. Then queen takes g6, mate. This is very nice actually. So it is, I am damn sure it is correct. Check, done. Okay everybody, now let's revise this puzzle properly. Check, check, mate. Okay, we are going for next one here. Again rook ending. Okay, this one is so confusing actually. Actually you are playing with white pieces here, and I don't think it is winning opportunity for white. Here I think this puzzle is for making draw here. White has very bad condition here everybody. Look at this. Black has one advanced pawn, and next move this pawn is going to be promoted here. So for white it is very difficult to stop this pawn promotion. But white has one nice opportunity to create a draw here. And all of you know draw is better than losing. That's why this puzzle. Okay. What about to capture this pawn? If you capture this pawn, then your opponent is forced to capture this one. And then you capture this pawn. And you have one pass pawn. For stopping this pass pawn, your opponent has to give the rook. Your opponent has to capture the pawn by giving his rook. Then it is completely draw match. This is the logical thinking here. Let's see. I hope it will be correct. Yes. And then capture this one. No problem, I will promote my pawn. Done. And now he has to exchange the rook with the pawn at last. Completely draw match it is. Okay, here you are playing with white pieces. Let's see, anything is hidden here. Any hidden attacks are there or not? Try to go for deflecting defender here. You should try to apply deflection here. So this knight is the weak spot here. This knight is the weak point here. So there is only one defender for this knight, this bishop. So how to deflect this defender here? Your rook is attacking. Your rook is already attacking on this knight. So the correct move is e4. After e4, your opponent cannot go back. Then you can capture this knight free of cost. So after e4, your opponent has two options. Either capture by the knight, then capture this one, and then again capture by the bishop. But anyhow, your opponent is losing the game. Just play e4. Oh, he's saving the bishop, no problem. Then capture the knight free of cost. That is very easy, everybody. Next one. Okay, it is major pieces ending here. Observe the board properly. Try to solve yourself. Okay, it is actually, it is not that much difficult. Just observe the board. You can find out the solution. Yes, this is checkmating two moves. Just check. Look at this. These two squares are controlled by the knight. So after this check, rook takes queen, force move, and then rook takes rook. Completely checkmate. Very easy. Check. Mate. Next one. Again, try to deflect the defender here. It is same as like our previous puzzle here. Try to deflect the defender. But wait, first of all, observe the board. Where is the defender? Where is your attacking piece? Everything you have to figure out. Otherwise, you cannot solve this kind of puzzles. Actually, puzzle is very easy, but you have to figure out the proper weakness. Here, the knight is your attacking target here. The queen is the defender. So how can you deflect the defender from here? We have very nice move. Rook to c8. After rook to c8, your opponent is forced to go on the b1 square and then capture the knight. It is very nice. Let's play rook c8. Oh, sorry. Your opponent is playing this one. And c4. Okay, no problem. Then we have very nice move. b5. The knight is gone. Completely winning, everybody. Next one. Okay. Yeah, it is very nice. In this position, you can capture the rook. But is it winning for you? No, then it is not winning. If you capture the rook, your opponent will capture the rook. Here you have very nice combination. Just play bishop f4. After bishop f4, it is completely winning for black. After bishop f4, white has two options. Number 1, number 2, and number 3 is not that much good actually. Okay, if your opponent play this one, number 1, king to h3, then rook h8, check, king g2, rook takes h2, check, king goes anywhere, and then capture the rook back. Very nice. Next one, after bishop f4, king g2 or anywhere, then rook takes c2, king to anywhere, then capture the rook, queen again free of cost. So in this position we are seeing that we are completely winning this 14 points. This queen we are getting free of cost, even the rook we are getting free of cost here. It is very nice actually. Now bishop f4, check. Okay, king is coming in here, no problem. Check. Check. Capture one more rook. I like to capture pieces here. Next. Wow, this is opening. This is opening condition, everybody. Observe the board properly. This is actually very nice. I can give you one small hint. You have to focus on this square. If you are able to come on this square, then it is checkmate. But wait, one problem is there. This is the problem. This pawn is the problem. So this pawn is supported by two pieces. So can you capture this pawn? Yes. Just capture the pawn by the rook. Then your opponent's rook is hanging. After capturing this pawn, your opponent's rook cannot capture your rook. Then it is check and mate. Or after capturing this pawn, your opponent's knight cannot capture your rook. Then also checkmate. So what can he do? Rook takes pawn. Then your opponent has to save the checkmate. So he has to play any other move, suppose e6 or d5 something. Then capture the rook free of cost. You are getting totally 6 points free of cost. Everybody concentrate properly. It is very nice. And this kind of techniques you have to set up in your mind properly for lifetime. Just capture this one. Oh my god, your opponent is capturing this one. No problem, then it is checkmate. Done. Next. Okay, your opponent has a double attacker on this one. But does it make any good sense here? No, it is not making any good sense here. Okay, can you check the knight fork here? Is it possible? No, it is not possible because queen takes knight. What about any other check? This one? This bishop cannot capture, but queen will capture our knight. Doesn't make any good sense here. Okay, so if we play knight check here, including the knight fork, then we are completely winning. So for playing this one, we need one supporter here. We have to support by another piece. Then this queen cannot capture our knight. Then completely winning. So if I give this hint, then I think some player will play this one. They will think that after bishop f4, I can create this one. But it is very bad move actually. Then your opponent can capture this pawn, or your opponent can save his game here completely. What about this capturing? Bishop takes c5, then force move queen takes c5. And then we have very nice move, rook to c1, attacking the queen, and at the same time supporting this c7 square for the knight fork, completely winning. Let's see, bishop takes c5, queen takes c5, then rook c1, done. Computer showing this is done here. So your opponent cannot go back. If he goes back, and then nc7. Oh man, this one is very easy. Try to solve quickly this one. Yes, check and mate. There is no way for your opponent. Checkmate. Next one. What can you do? So your opponent has one rook here. You have one knight. In this position, some player will try to save their knight. But wait, why you are trying to save the knight here? When you have one passed pawn here, just push this pawn. Then how can your opponent stop this pawn promotion here? Your opponent cannot capture the knight. Then we have this move, and it is unstoppable promotion. Okay, so after pushing this pawn, your opponent has he has to play this move here to stop the pawn promotion. Then play c7, sorry, pawn f2. Then he can try to stop this one. But wait, is he really stopping this pawn promotion? Just visualize, your pawn is here and your opponent's rook is here to stop the pawn promotion. Here is your pawn, here is the rook. Then we have very nice move, nd2. Then done. Your opponent cannot capture the knight as it is promoting the queen. Or if your opponent doesn't capture the knight, then you are promoting the pawn. Nothing to do, hopeless position for your opponent. Let's see. Push the pawn. Oh, see, your opponent is playing this move. No problem. Push the pawn again. Okay. Then we have very nice move for promotion. Done. Promote the queen. Everybody just revise this one. This is very nice lesson for all of you. So every time defensive moves are not good. Just push this pawn here. Done. Completely winning. Next one. Okay. Okay, now this system is very popular, everyone. Try to observe the board, and you have to try to create one discover attack, and it is very famous discover attack here. Yes, the move is n takes d5. After n takes d5, your opponent's bishop is hanging. So if your opponent captured the knight, then you are gaining one bishop free of cost. But wait, after n takes d5, if your opponent captured the bishop first, then what? Then by the knight, capture the bishop back. You are again gaining 3 points extra here. Let's see. N takes d5. Okay, your opponent is capturing, no problem. Capture this one. Done. Okay, this session was very nice, everybody. Bye everyone. See you next week.